So you want to get everybody into the digital systems so you've got the data that will not only give you the most intelligence, but help you create the most wealth in your company. So all of the Main Street economy is being shut down, and you hear a giant sucking sound of all the data and all the money and all the trade into the publicly traded companies. And this is a centralization of wealth. And the process is called disaster capitalism. It's war. So rather than kill all the small business people, you just bankrupt them. You put them in a debt trap, you get them deeply dependent on government money, and you suck up all their business and all their clients and all their trade. And now you've got it in your databases and you've got the money in your bank account. And that's why the stock market's flying up, because you've got huge amounts of money.
And you suggest that this has been fundamentally decided at this meeting in Jackson Hole.
Yeah.
And this was in September?
It was August 22nd, 2019. They made a decision to take down the economy.
Okay.
And as part of that, inject enormous amounts of money in a way that, because you're watching. Somebody just sent me an email, said they had sold, their parents had died, they'd sold their parents' house. There were 18 bids, and they sold it for $200,000 above asking price. When the central banks print money, that's what happens. And so the question is, how do you force people to have to sell? Well, if you asked any American at the beginning of the pandemic how they were going to survive the next year or two, they all said, we're going to sell our house.
Yeah.
Cheerful thought.
In Germany, a lot of businesses are surviving because the government is injecting a lot of money.
Right.
And they're making a lot of debt.
Right.
My guess was that maybe some people are interested in just killing the public structures. Is this evil thinking?
Well, you want to control the public structures, which you can do if they're indebtedness. But these businesses are now completely indebted to government. They're controlled. So if you say we want to go to Rome, they're going to have to go to Rome because they're now, they're either in a debt entrapment or they've lost. When you don't do your business day after day after day, and you don't maintain your relationship with your clients, and you don't maintain the intelligence of how to be great at doing your business, it's like a muscle that atrophies. And so you lose your connection with your clients, and you're sitting there dependent on government money, and you're getting weaker and weaker. It's like financial methadone. You get weaker and weaker and weaker. And it's a way, if you just shut down their business and you didn't give them money, they might riot, they might stop you, they might vote you out. This way you keep them quiet while it's a slow kill. But I can see you thinking, and you say, it can't possibly be this controlled. So if you look at the introduction that I wrote for the Going Direct Reset that we just published, one of the things in it I say, why would a group of people, because if you look down at the takedown of the economy, you're talking about at the peak putting 500 million people out of work. And that's a devastating, if it's devastating the United States or Germany, imagine what it's like in the emerging markets. And if you look at how many people are killed when the unemployment rate goes up in the United States, it's extraordinary figures. You're talking about killing just millions and millions of people globally. And that's exactly what's happening. So the question is, why would a group of people go into a room and vote to kill that many people? Because it's the financial equivalent of dropping several nuclear bombs around the world. Why would you do it? And that's the question, why? Why did they do it? Now, you do have to have a reset, but they chose to have a reset that dramatically centralizes power in a way that is unbelievably painful to the general population.